Hey guys, Sam from Banter here with a little disclaimer. So we plan for these videos to normally have the actual video from our Google Hangout in the podcast in these little videos that we're putting on our YouTube. This one was a little bit glitchy though, and the video was really stoppy and starty, like to the point where it really wasn't worth putting in. So this week you're going to be stuck with audio only, it's just going to be pictures, but we plan from next week onwards to always have the video from the live stream for you. My laptop just really didn't want to keep up with the video this week, which is a first. But without further ado, enjoy the show.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 20 of the CasualCast. I'm your host Sam Nicholson, joined alongside by Ben Story once again, straight out of bed.
Back again, out of bed. Yeah, change of location, guys. How we doing?
Not too bad at all, not too bad at all. And we're also with, like always, Dylan Swain.
Thank you. Good to be here, guys. I'm ready to engage in a little bit of banter.
What about a lot of lab?
I enjoy the occasional lab, but the banter's why I'm here, to be honest.
Well, let's be honest, that's why everyone's here.
Really.
That's
They're here for the lab. But, alrighty. I did go over this last week, but I'm just going to go over it one more time. There are some changes to how the podcast works now. So, if you're used to streaming in live on a Monday, it's now on a Sunday, like we're on right now. Every Sunday night we're going to go live. Fits with Ben's schedule a lot more. But every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you're going to get a new YouTube video from us, which is just one topic of the podcast by itself on the YouTube channel. So if you don't have time for the week to listen to the whole show or something like that, or there are just a few sort of topics that interest you, you can kind of pick and choose. So it's great that way. But we're still also uploading the whole thing in good audio quality, as always, on all podcast services each and every Wednesday. So we're still doing that. This is the first kind of trial of breaking it up into videos for the week. So if it looks or sounds like crap, do apologize. We'll work on that. But the first topic for today is coming from Dylan. So what have you got from us today, mate?
Well, as some people may know, I am moving to Sydney in 10 days for university, February 1st. And I don't know how to adult. I'm probably the most dependent person ever. A lot of the things my parents do for me, you'll be like, wow, your parents still do that? My mum makes my bed. And look, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit some of these things. I don't do a lot around the house. I would probably not know how to wash my own clothes, to be honest. So I really need some help. In 10 days, I'm really being thrown into the deep end. I don't know how to adult. Please give me some tips. Or if you don't have any tips, if you guys haven't worked it out either, just what was your experience like going from a dependent person living with your parents to moving out and trying to fend for yourself, because both of you guys don't live with your parents anymore?
That's it. From your description, all I can imagine is you're sitting there and you've got the washing machine on and there's bubbles coming out everywhere. There's an ironing board, the iron's on face down, there's smoke. And you've got a vacuum in one hand and a brush in the other, and you're just like, someone help me.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be the reality, so I can use any help you can give me.
Well, look, you've come to the perfect people.
Don't even bother washing your clothes. Just burn them when you don't need them. That's what I've been doing.
Sam, I'm also going to be... I'm not going to have a lot of money to just be burning the clothes. So.
You stealing people's clothes?
Sam.
Yeah, well, no. Where you make up for that is don't buy food, anything except for mee goreng. Make your entire diet mee goreng. You can spice it up with some different things, like... You could put some peanut butter on it in the morning. It's kind of like peanut butter toast for the morning. Or at night, you could put some kind of seasoning, some kind of sauce that's a little more like a dinner food. You can work, if you can have some workarounds in there, but just make mee goreng your entire food pyramid.
It's a flexible food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That's it. So much variety. I mean, like, you can have it with hot water, when you mix it up and put all the seasoning in, or have it dry as a biscuit, as a more on-the-go snack. Wet water, my god, fuck. Cold water doesn't work as well.
What about dry water?
With butter. Dry water, no, dry ice. Breaks little, very nice. Very good over, like, as a substitute for croutons on top of your...
Don't need to eat if you have no insides left.
No, and you'll only get cancer by the age of 26.
I think you guys are kind of joking around a little bit, but I have heard that uni students do survive off noodles a fair bit. Would you guys say that noodles are a big part of your diet? Like, how often do you reckon you eat 2-minute noodles?
Not at all anymore. I don't have them.
Really?
Yeah, kind of rarely. I always have them on hand in case I run out of money or something like that and I need something quick to eat. Actually, in fact, the last meal I had was mee goreng noodles, but that was the first time in quite
Sounds
a
like
while.
you've invested in mee goreng. If you run out of money, you can stock it and sell it when the price is right.
Just call up Mr. Mee goreng, like, hey man, I need a hit.
Wow.
I've got some major stocks in you in case I run out of money otherwise. But yeah, no, I don't eat it all that often. There are still, I don't know, cooking your own food, if you buy the right stuff, is cheaper than buying out all the time anyway.
A good
So,
substitute.
although, I don't know, you always end up spending more on food than you ever expect to before you move out. Like, I expected, like, oh, yeah, like 50, 40 bucks a week, it'd probably have me set. And then when I moved out, it turned out to be a lot more than that.
What?
So
Can I-
you end up
I
wising
lived
up
off
to what you
50
should buy.
easy.
But
That's a weird thing because food's one of my concerns. That's don't really know how to cook many things. So, and I don't really know how much food costs, to be honest.
Yeah.
I haven't, like what food I have bought in my life would be like Macca's, KFC, just stuff you'd buy, but not really dinner food or anything, of substance. So I've asked a few people who've gone to uni. I think I asked you, Sam, how much do you spend per week on food? And the answers have really varied. The highest was about, I think you were the highest, Sam. I think you said about 120 to 150.
What were you buying?
a week?
week?
I thought you meant a fortnight. No, yeah, that's probably a
okay.
fortnight.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, I was buying nothing but,
Gold
I don't
flakes.
know what's expensive. I haven't bought expensive food for that long. I don't even know it's expensive.
Okay, well,
From your
my
life of
cousin
luxury.
Lockie said about
Pristine steaks. But yeah.
Lockie said about 80 to 120, depending on what he's eating. But Pug in the chat was actually the lowest. He said he survives on $40 a week, and I asked him because I was messaging him via Facebook when he said $40. I'm like, a day, or is that a week? Like how is that possible? I don't really know how much food costs, but it doesn't seem like $40 a week is like manageable. That seems way too low.
No way. Like, it depends what you're going to be buying. So for me, when I moved out of uni, I moved to uni, and then when I moved out of uni as well, when I first moved in, Noodles was a big thing. And that's because I was the same as you. I was like, what do I cook?
Yeah.
I remember I got all my gear there, and I finished unpacking, and I sat down, I was like, done. And then I was like, man, I'm hungry. And it's like, where do I go from here? Where's Mom? Oh, wait, shit. Noodles it is. But no, I guess tips to be a bit more healthy and to spend less money in the end is stir fry. Stir fry, you cannot go wrong with stir fry. The if you know of udon noodles, you can buy like packs of them for like $4. You get like 4 meals from them, and they're like decent sized packs. Put some hot water in, 5 minutes, they're ready. And so what you do is you just grill up the veggies, chuck the meat in, grill it up, and then you put in just like a stir fry, whatever it is, and then the noodles, and you're done. It's very
Sounds
easy.
pretty good. Yeah.
That is like a 10-minute meal. That's pretty tasty. All the like stir-through sauces all taste pretty good. I usually cook stuff like that. So spaghetti bolognese, that's an easy stir-through meal. Stir-fry, butter chicken,
Yep.
stuff like that. Anything where the stuff that flavors it comes in a jar, you're sweet and it's cheap.
I prefer stir fry simply because if you are trying to save a bit of money, you don't have to go for meat. Like having veggies in that is like just veggies is still just as good. Is quite
Ooh, I
enjoyable.
don't know. I need the meat in there.
Don't need it.
So
it's
what,
preferred.
you've had just vegetarian stir fry? Like
I
just
have
kind
that
of-
maybe twice or 3 times a week at stages.
Really?
Yeah, because like you can buy a giant bag of veggies for $4, whatever, and then you're set for
And
like
what
3
does it have?
meals.
Sauce on it or something? Or is it some sort of?
No, so like it's just you just stir fry the veggies. So you just put them in like your wok, stir them up so that they get heated up and they're like cooked and seared a bit, and then you simply just put the sauce in with the veggies and then the noodles, and you're done. And just mix it all together. Let it heat up a bit.
That actually doesn't sound half bad, to be
It's
honest. That
not-
sounds.
And
It's better with meat though.
I mean, depends sometimes. Oh, actually, yeah, it is
Depends
better. It is better
sometimes?
with meat. It's just cheaper if you don't want to spend that. I'm trying to give him life hacks here,
true.
man. You're trying to
Yeah,
make him
life
spend
hacks,
your
please.
120 a week.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben's like, here's a life hack. Sam's just like, treat yourself, man.
Treat
just
yourself.
Drop some. Yeah. Just make it rain.
You know how you put T-bone
Use
steak
up all
in your
your life
stir fry?
savings.
Just big T-bone
You
steaks.
don't even cut the steak
No,
up.
it's just
But Kyra in the chat
enough.
says, you need to shop at Aldi. I legit make 6 home-cooked meals a week for around $50 a week.
Yeah, easy.
And god damn, I wish I were wiser and shopped at Aldi. But the thing about Aldi that I don't like is that you need to bring your own bags. And that's just something I'm going to forget every time I go shopping.
Really? Do you have to bring your own bags?
Come live in the ACT.
Or you can buy bags, but who wants to pay for them?
ACT doesn't have bags, buddy. Can't get them for free.
That's your fault for living in a state like that, whereas we live in New South Wales. But
yeah, I can't believe Canberra hasn't invented plastic bags yet. You're pretty behind on the times there, Ben.
They are pretty behind on the times. I
No,
think
we're
they're just
backwards
getting
on a lot of
books.
things.
But
No, I
Getting
think we're
books.
actually.
your
National
timeline's
Library.
real messed up.
I think in New South Wales they're getting rid of plastic bags at some stage, maybe 2020 or something. At some stage they're getting rid of it. So everyone's going to have to go that way soon, regardless if you shop at Aldi's or not.
Exactly.
But Aldi's is very cheap.
Aldi's is good.
I don't know. It's like it wouldn't be my pick. If money wasn't a factor, I wouldn't shop at Aldi's. But it is very cheap there.
But then again, like, when you shop at Aldi, you're not really giving up much quality for your price. Like, they do have
Aldi
lots of,
tastes
like...
pretty good.
They do lots of, like knockoff brands kind of things, you know, like Captain Crunch, or it's like Admiral Cracker or something ridiculous.
I love how they do it. They they have the funniest names for things.
And it's amazing, but, like, their meat is still done by, like, a retail butcher and things of the sort, and it's really good. And I think they have the best stir-through, like, sauce for just normal pasta in the world. It's like Calabrese. It's like a spicy, just, like, stir-through tomato paste. It's amazing. Easy done.
Admiral Cracker.
Admiral
If someone
Cracker.
would give me cereal, like, oh, sweet, I'm going to eat that. Once they told me it was called Admiral Cracker or something, I'd be like, oh, I don't know. Admiral Cracker just sounds a bit silly.
Also, do the
anyway.
cheeky shop at, like,
Doesn't
Woolies
use-
or something for their specials, because specials are amazing. And
Actually,
delis
That-
are
that-
really cheap, competitive.
What do you guys do? Like, I was thinking about specials and coupon codes and stuff. Like, does Domino's still do Cheap Tuesday or something? Do you know any?
Yeah.
Do you, like, base your diet sort of around what restaurant is having
What's
deals
cheap?
or something?
Domino's don't
or-
do Cheap Tuesday anymore. They do that. They decided to make that every day and just made all their value range pizzas $5. And oh man, I get those all the time. It's like I need a whole meal. I have next to no money. What can I get? $5 for a pizza. That's a pretty good feed. Like
That
you
is
can't go wrong.
pretty
And
good,
Domino's is like just down the road from me. So what can you do?
Convenient.
Yeah. How much is
Yeah, easy
Admiral
done.
Cracker going for at Kohls these days, Ben?
That's an
Are
Aldi
you-
exclusive. You're not going to find that. At
Yeah, no,
Coles.
it depends. Are you going for a single box, or are you going for the lifetime savings, where you pay out and you get delivered to you a crate of Admiral Cracker? But the best thing is the crate is shaped like a ship, which you can then convert and use inside your own home. So which one are you looking to use, sorry?
All of that went straight over my head. I was looking at the chat, and then you asked me a question. I'm just
You
like,
ask me
"Oh,
a
no."
question and then you don't even listen.
Yeah, you bloody show some respect, Sam. Wow.
Wow, buddy.
It's my
rudeness.
show. I do what I want.
God damn it.
I'm the host
No
here. You know, I
respect.
can eject you guys from the call.
I swear to God,
Although
I'll
that'd
edit
just be a
together all
one-man
your
show.
dumb
No one
shit
wants to watch that.
and post it live.
Fantastic. I'm trying to think of some other tips that I could give you in living on your own. Are you going to be with housemates, flatmates, or are you by
So
yourself?
I'm going to have 5 housemates, but it's kind of like it's not really a house. Well, I guess it's kind of like an apartment, but you've got
Like a common room.
you know a common room, a common toilet and shower, and then you've got like your own bedrooms. But I'm pretty sure your bedroom is like you need like to. It's kind of like a hotel
Yeah.
room. How you have to put the key, like the sort of card thing in the thing to get in, so it's not like anyone can just go in your room, which I like. That's pretty good. You got your privacy.
Yeah, that's exactly like 90% of like accommodation. You have like the shared
Yeah.
facilities, but you have your own room and that's yours, and you can have no one in there if you want. Or you can leave the
Yeah,
door
that's
open, have
good.
people come in. It's just entirely up to you.
Well,
Yep.
my advice with that, especially if it's shared facilities, is don't be the first one to stink the toilet up, because you'll never have respect in the house ever again if you're the first one to stink it
I
up. So
see.
just ensure either you have spray or a window's cracked or you're using someone else's toilet or something like that if you're going to have a big bog. But
Big bog.
That's
You're just
interesting you
fucking
say that,
filth.
Sam, because, well, I've never been to uni, but I would have thought that the first person to do that really marks their territory and sets them up as the dominant person in the household.
or the smelliest and filthiest. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like-
I never lived in... I've always lived in shared accommodation, but not like a uni flat. I've always lived with friends and stuff like that in a house, but especially among friends, if you're the first one to stink that loo up, you've lost all credibility.
Depends on
So
who you're living with, I guess.
It's fine to be the second, but just not the first.
That's right. Yeah.
Once someone's
one
done it,
remembers
you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Exactly. But
Were
if
you
want...
the first, Sam?
In this house? Oh, God, I don't know. See, I don't know, the toilet I've got is just Lockie and I using that, and then Jasper has his ensuite, so I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
That's what someone who did it first would say, Sam. I think
It's got me.
like,
No,
I don't
I have
know.
no
It's
idea. I've lived here for too long.
All right. I reckon. No, okay, so I got some quality uni tips for you. These are for on the go,
please,
for just
hit me.
classic dirt poor uni student if you're going to get to that stage ever. So number one, don't want to wash up shit. Just line the bowl with Glad wrap. When you finish, take the Glad wrap out. You are done. No cleaning involved.
That's genius. How much does Glad wrap go for? I'd imagine it'd be
like
pretty cheap.
$2. It's
That's like
nothing.
$1 a roll. Like,
It's
That's
nothing.
amazing.
Yeah.
Life hack.
Looking to not do war washing up. 60 cents. You can get yourself 10 forks. Throw them out when you're done. Problem solved.
Call me crazy, but I was actually thinking about if I hate washing. I don't know if there's a dishwasher. I'm assuming there's not. Was there a
don't.
dishwasher in... Have you, either of you guys... I think you, Sam, said you hadn't been, but have you been in student accommodation before, Ben?
I haven't lived in it myself, but I've been definitely amongst it heaps. And
Do they normally have dishwashers? Is that like a...
no, they didn't.
thing?
It's hand washing.
Shit.
Mhm.
Okay, well
That's-
that's why I was thinking about investing in bulk buying paper plates. So it's
That's-
you don't need to wash it, just chuck it out.
Not a bad idea, actually. It's definitely
Depending on how much paper
You
plates.
should be giving
it's
out
probably
the
not
life
great for the
hacks.
environment, but I guess you're saving water.
one bad thing.
you
fixes
save on
one
your
good
soapy
thing.
water.
Inside jokes for days. What else we got? Of course. You want to not do washing? Look, there's an easy way. You can use your underwear 4 times. So front ways, inside out, turn it around, flip it back and forth.
Classic Big Hero 6. That guy out of Big Hero 6 is the way I want to live my life.
That's
The
it.
problem with that for me, I can't do that because my undies, I've got the ones that have the day of the week on them. So if I'm wearing that
no.
same day for 4 days in a row, but I need those undies.
Easy
because
hack, just
sometimes
get a
I
Sharpie
forget.
and write the next day on the other side.
There you go.
You
Easy
got me
done.
there, Sam. Life hack. Yeah, that's a good one.
Improvise, adapt, overcome, buddy. That's a life lesson that you need to grasp.
So we've done cooking, we've done cleaning, sort of.
Yeah.
Well, the cleaning tips was avoid cleaning. Here's
Yeah,
some tips
just
to
avoid it
it.
altogether.
What else should I expect living on my own, going off to uni? I don't really know what to expect.
So what did I get? Loneliness, sodomy.
That's true.
Yeah,
An
no, look,
insane crack addiction.
that's it. Just all of it. Just all of the above. Anything that you can imagine that's bad.
Wow,
I've
you're
just got
really
little fucking-
getting me keen to go.
A gremlin. Get out of here. My God. Back to
You also don't need to change your sheets if you don't have any.
That's
There's
it.
another
Mhm.
life hack for you.
Easy
Do
done.
you not have sheets?
Mites don't live in mattresses.
I've got sheets.
They live in sheets. It's a fact.
Well, I think
Fantastic.
they were some pretty good tips.
Have you got any questions of things that you're concerned about with moving in? Like, what's at the forefront of your thinking? Like, what am I most worried about moving out of home?
Yeah, well, earlier the biggest concern was food and food prices. I reckon it's not really something you can... I guess I'm moving in 10 days with 5 other people that I've never met. I'm kind of concerned. Like, they might be great people, but they might not be, is the other
Yeah.
thing. So have you ever had shitty roommates? How do you deal with that? That's what I'm kind of concerned about, the
think
roommates.
Everyone's at the level now where you're basically adults, right? So if you have a problem with someone, there isn't petty confrontations. It's you just either just do your own thing and leave them be, or it just doesn't really happen because they don't say anything. You just be polite, just do your
Fair enough.
pleasantries. And one thing I would say definitely is don't feel inclined to not say anything if someone's doing something that is definitely peeving everyone else off in the house. Because most of the time they
Yeah.
probably won't realize they're doing it. It's going to be better for everyone
Otherwise,
in the end.
Otherwise, it just keeps going on. But especially just, I don't know. I think a general rule of thumb for anyone to live by in any situation is just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
like, just don't make enemies and you'll be fine. You'll be able to say anything to anyone if you have a problem with them. They're like, yeah, no, that's cool, man. I'll try and like fix what I'm doing.
Definitely
and you should be fine.
Biggest tip though for uni when you do go, is during your O weeks and things of the sort, do everything and anything. Just go out and just do it. Because like, I'm sure, I don't know if you're the same, I was the same. I was like, oh man, this is like, it's going to be only me there. Like, what do I do? But like, it's so easy because everyone's in the exact same position as you. So you just go out and just strike up a conversation.
Because O-Week's just first year people, isn't it? So they're
basically, yeah. Like, there's going to always be like lots of other ones, but like, it's mainly orientated for first years.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to get out and
meet
do
as many
some
people
things.
as you can. You'll get some good friends at uni and whatnot. And then usually, I don't know, those are the people who you might end up moving off campus with because campus prices are so goddamn high. So, yeah.
Tell me about it. $2.98 a week and it doesn't include food.
Oh, yeah. Very similar to what I had initially.
That's Sydney prices for you.
So expensive. The most expensive city to live in the world, I guess. Well, not the most, but one of them.
Very close to.
Definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, honestly, I think you're more well equipped than we were moving out from the sound of it.
Oh, I don't know. Does your mum make your own bed before you moved out? Because mine does.
Sometimes.
I kind of like my bed not being made though. I just like a messy bed.
I'm in the exact same boat, man.
Yeah.
Like, why
Problem
make your
solved.
boat if it's just gonna make your boat? Why? Why make
Admiral Cracker's boat.
Yeah. You're thinking of the Admiral Crackers here, Sam.
Sorry, I'll get
moving
the
on
Admiral
from
off my mind. But why make your bed if you're just gonna get it messy again later? Unless you're going for a little while, you're having people over or something, then maybe. But like, why every day? But yeah, no. Look, I was pretty pampered. I'll be honest, I was pretty pampered growing up. But it wasn't a hard adjustment to learn how to do stuff for yourself.
Here's a question I just thought of because I feel like this will be me in 10 days. How often, let's say either the first day or the first week, how often do you reckon you rang either your mum or dad asking them, like, how do I do this?
Oh,
Like-
probably 5 times, honestly. Like, it wasn't like that I wasn't 100% sure how to do it, but it was like, I kind of need to have a bit more of a clue before I fuck something up.
I reckon I'll be doing that a lot. Like, I've never had to do this. Mum, how do I do this?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I did once. There were definitely
Really?
things that I would have needed to call about, absolutely. But I was too stubborn and I didn't want to let my parents know that I didn't know how to do something. So in a point of that, I wouldn't call them. I'd just Google things. And
That's smart. You're one of those people who, if your mum says, put on a jumper, it's cold outside, and you say, no, I'm right.
No.
And then even if you're really cold, you'll never admit to it. You'll just be cold, but never say that you're cold.
Yeah, kind of a little bit like that. But yeah, no, actually, another big tip is Google helps with everything. Like, for example, I'd forgotten what ratio I needed to pour water compared to rice when I was cooking rice. Googled that, and then I Googled all sorts of cooking things. Like, Google will just teach you how to cook. It's great. I haven't died yet, so I can vouch for it. Although there was this one time, okay, here's a tip for you. If you think that meat could possibly be bad, but you're not too sure, don't chance it. Do not chance it, because I chanced it once.
I'd have no
I rolled the
idea
dice.
how long shit lasts for. Like, I would not know when it expires. And a lot of things don't seem to have expiry dates.
Yeah, they definitely
everything-
do.
everything is
No,
expiry dates.
I checked the other day. I think it must be IGA. I reckon if I buy it from IGA, they don't put expiry dates on their stuff.
Huh.
It must depend
I think
what
that's
it is. But,
illegal.
like, stuff like meat definitely
That's
will.
what I thought, because I'm like, when does this ham go off? I wouldn't know, and there's no expiry date on it.
There you go. That's
Strange.
weird. I've never seen that before. But yeah, no, all of your meat, except for stuff like ham, refrigerate it. I mean, not refrigerate, freeze it. And then
okay.
just defrost it when you need it, because it'll last a lot longer. Like, I buy a lot of meat when I go shopping, and I'm never going to eat it all at once. So I just freeze most of it. Or if you're going to eat it in, like, the next day or that day, just put it in the fridge. But yeah, just don't chance it with meat, because the one time I made spaghetti bolognese. It tasted fine. It didn't smell bad or anything, but it was like a day past its date or something like that. And then that night, I was throwing up and having, like, real bad diarrhea at the same time on the toilet.
Jesus
So
Christ.
yeah,
So,
and I was sick for like the next 3
Day
days.
past.
Yeah, I reckon it would have been a day past. It wasn't frozen. It was never frozen. It was always in the fridge, I'm pretty sure. But
I've eaten
had one of my
so
roommates
much meat.
smell it. I was like, "You reckon this is all right?" He's like, "Oh, Yeah, no, it should be fine. Just eat it, and then
So was
I
it
didn't end
was
up
it already
well.
cooked and you put it in the fridge, or you hadn't cooked it yet?
No, I hadn't cooked it yet. Yeah, it wasn't.
So
cooked,
did it not
so-
have an expiry date on it?
No, yeah, it had an expiry date. It was just the day after that.
I've
Oh, right.
eaten so much meat that has been 1 or 2 days past expiry and never had a problem.
Yeah,
Jeez.
you'd think they couldn't put it
Not
that
once.
close.
90% of the time it's best by, meaning it's like gonna be best by this date. Like it's
I would
not
have
often
thought that
expiry.
yeah. I would have thought that they'd give at least a day or two leeway.
Yeah.
So it's like if someone accidentally ate it, they're not going to be shitting and vomiting on the toilet. Like,
You can also
Yeah,
how
you'd
can
hope
you get
that,
it that
but-
exact?
with meat like that
Man.
too. You can get it if it's like a day, like 2 days off expiry. Get it, freeze it, and it'll last for like another month, and you'll be fine.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
mine
like,
must
as a
have
way
just
to get
been
like
bad
cheap
meat.
meat.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
know,
you just
but,
cooked it bad.
Quick question: If
Oh,
I
I've
leave
cooked
this chat,
spaghetti
can I join
bolognese
back?
plenty of times before that, Del. You dare question my cooking, Dylan? I am a master chef who can only really make like stir fry and like basic stuff where the sauce is already made for you. You just put it in a pan. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not much of a chef. It could have been my cooking. Who knows? But usually I like to cook my meat a little extra, just because
Yeah,
I'm
I
so
like
worried
mine
about
a
that,
bit-
especially
a bit
chicken.
crispy.
But